Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. For access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Hello everyone, checking in on some stocks. We're going to look at SPY, PTLA, which is a new name we're checking out, Netflix, TRVG, and CHK, which are some names that we've been doing in previous videos. So starting off with SPY, we saw a consolidation day today and closed near the low. It's an inside bar on the daily time frame, and we closed near the low, which does favor a bear break tomorrow. If we break 284.50, we're then looking down at this last little consolidation low of 281.84. We have not closed below the 4-period exponential moving average support in 2018. We have not seen 2 red days in a row in 2018. Those are 2 things that we're keeping an eye out for. Excuse me, 2 things that we're keeping an eye out for that could indicate, short-term consolidation is coming. And short-term meaning just a couple days, as we have not seen 3 red days in a row in 2 months, over 2 months. So this could be the start of, the RSI cooling off. And again, we're going to be looking for just another higher low to form. This middle Bollinger Band on the daily hasn't even been touched in 2.5 months. So the bulls are still very comfortable overall, and that will remain the case even if we do see a bear break. Keep in mind that it is still fighting the trend, and the pullbacks and the bear moves will likely be short-lived as they have been entire forever. Obviously not forever, but looking at this weekly chart, it's pretty insane. And ever since the election, this is pretty much the third most bullish, and they're all pretty much tied, but third most bullish stretch here the last month compared to what we saw in January and February, and of course right after the election. Just 5-week spurts, 6-week spurts of huge follow-through for the bulls before we see some brief healthy consolidation. And we have not seen brief healthy consolidation in a while. This is the most extended above the upper Bollinger Band that we have been on this entire bull run. So some indications that some normal healthy consolidation could be due here. This weekly RSI was pretty wild, up at all-time highs. PTLA is a biotech or a pharmaceutical company which has correlation to the biotech sector. A new name that we're keeping an eye on, and it just stood out. I love it by the weekly chart, so I'm looking more from a swing perspective. I love obviously the higher low, higher high pattern, the drawn-out consolidation, the base of support that was built, the 50-week moving average support holding for essentially 5 weeks in a row, and now a bull break of the lower highs, indicating that we are likely done seeing consolidation and the bulls are ready to head back up into the $60 range. So a bullish MACD cross is on the verge here on the weekly, and as long as this 50-week holds, the bulls remain in full control. So the daily chart, we can just see we had a big 4 or 5 day bull move, bearish reversal doji today, and we'll look to pull back and ideally form a higher low on this daily time frame while the Bollinger Band extends to the upside to create some more room. Key resistance is 55.48 and 56.70. And again, looking at it from a swing perspective, Netflix on the daily time frame has been crushing shorts for ever since earnings, and it's been on absolute fire. We've been running above the upper Bollinger Band 4 days in a row. I have been scouting for bearish entry opportunities, but very easy to lay off when we're in blue sky breakout. Essentially, my play today was, watch to see if we can't break the all-time high. That will give an indication of some profit taking. So watching for the first 5 minutes, we hit a new all-time high within the first 5 minutes, and that instantly shifted my mindset and said, okay, I'm no longer looking for a short here as we're at blue sky breakout. Same thing tomorrow. Pretty much the top, when it is hit, the temporary top, is going to be marked by the inability to see a new all-time high. So when you have all-time highs 5 days in a row, the first day that you are unable to set a new all-time high, you see some profit taking start. And of course, losing the upper Bollinger Band will also, losing that support will indicate some normal healthy consolidation is coming. So bulls still on fire, 286.81 resistance, and then 290 psychological. And look at hourly supports as well. Hourly 20 period easily holding. Weekly time frame for Netflix, all bulls. Not much to see here aside from the clear bull breakout. Definitely very overextended with a lot of earnings hype. I wouldn't be surprised to see some money leave Netflix. If I were in Netflix on this, swing trade and riding this profit, I would be taking profits out of Netflix and looking for a new home, perhaps, Amazon and Google, which have earnings on Thursday. So the fact that Netflix earnings have already played out perhaps people see some better risk to reward scenarios from where we stand right now on Netflix compared to the names in the tech sector that have not had their earnings yet. TRVG was a swing play we were highlighting, got a huge bull breakout, far exceeded our profit gain target. The daily chart never lost the higher low pattern. We never lost the middle Bollinger Band. Took some patience. Congrats to those that held. We got a clear bull break, and it followed through in a huge way. We went from $7.66 to $10 in 2 days, so a 33% move. Anytime you move that fast, that quickly, you definitely want to take profit on the way up. Big upper wick on Friday showed profit taking, and we followed through and closed near the low of the day. So we'll look to form a higher low on the daily time frame somewhere in the low $8 range while the middle Bollinger Band continues to catch up. Our initial target on this weekly time frame was looking to get the exponential moving averages as support, and then we were looking for an easy 10 to 20% move. And at this point, we've already exceeded 30%, so have to see the trend change now. We have a new lower high. Looking at these longer term ranges where we have a lower high, another lower high, and now this is going to be another lower high compared to back in September and October, looking at 1163. We need a higher low on the weekly and then a break of this most recent 1005 top to give a very significant clear trend change. Right now, it's just an oversold bounce playing out. The trend has not changed to favor the bulls on TRVG. CHK was another swing trade that we had been highlighting, and it is not following through nearly as well, obviously, as TRVG. It actually confirmed a bearish reversal head and shoulders pattern today, where we have our left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. The neckline was down here at 388 and 390. As soon as those levels broke today, we went from higher lows and higher highs to a lower high and then a lower low, which is pretty much the definition of what a bearish reversal head and shoulders pattern is. And the next support from here, after 386, not a whole lot of support established on the way up, 382 and 371. For the weekly chart for CHK, we're going to look for a higher low compared to 350. Keep in mind that this bull move that we saw was coming off of the low. And actually, I take that back. It wasn't off the low. We already had one higher low. So we had a higher low. We broke the lower highs. Now we're consolidating, and we're looking to form another higher low compared to 350. So this trend change on the weekly time frame, longer term, is still in play. The bulls just need to form a new higher low on the weekly chart and see some recovery. Certainly not nearly as convincing for the bulls overall. And we are, personally, I would have been out on this bear break of this support level today and then reassess the situation, looking for another better entry, getting closer to that 350 key support. So that's where we stand heading into tomorrow. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you soon.